Kill him.
My turn.
How you doing, guys? BBird here again with a battle against Dragon90 from Maryland Forums. This is an Uber battle, so let's see how I go. It's my first ever Uber battle, so I'm not too good at this kind of thing, but we'll see anyway. I start off with Mewtwo. He brings in his Dialga, and she switches to Palkia, which is, I don't know, fair enough. Use Aura Sphere. Does about a quarter damage, which, you know, isn't too good. And I use Calm Mind because I was suspecting a Trick Room. This is kind of, you know, Dragon90's specialty. So even in Ubers, I know I can't, you know, get away from it. So I get the Calm Mind up, and she switches to Kyogre and gets the rain going. I use Aura Spear just to get some damage in, and it does less than half. So, you know, Kyogre has massive special defense anyway, and he hits me with a Surf, and even with the Calm Mind, it almost takes me out. I sort of predicted a hit, so I used Recover just to get some HP back, but I wasn't expecting that much damage. So it tells me it's probably Spexed, and it turns out it was. So I switched to my Kyogre, which is a badly poker-saved one. I apologize for that. It was made ages ago, and I never got to use it. And like, in all honesty, these are all the Uber perks I have, so I didn't have any other perks to use. So I sort of been switching around, trying to, you know, not get anything killed until Trick Room runs out, and it works eventually, but it took a lot of damage anyway. She brings in Shed Ninja on my Dialga, and luckily for me I had Stealth Rock, and he uses Will-O-Wisp, which, you know, wasn't too bad, but, you know, I didn't have any physical attacks, so it wasn't that big a deal for me. So she knows she can't, you know, bring it back in later, so she tries to Swords Dance up, but I had Roar to phase it out. And Jirachi comes in, so I take some burn damage, and I could tell Dialga wasn't going to last very long, so I decided to just keep phasing out. So I roared out Jirachi, and Palkia comes back in, and I get hit by the burn. And I actually thought Wish was going to happen this turn for some reason, but obviously that's not the case. It happens next turn. But I decided to phase again anyway. Oh no, I don't phase again. I use Draco Meteor. That's right. And luckily it was a KO, which is fairly reasonable. Dialga's special attack is pretty good, but the burn kills me in the end. So I was sort of thinking about what to bring in, and I decided to bring out Kyogre again, because I thought maybe she'd go with her Kyogre, but I was wrong, and I'm in a little bit of trouble in that case. So I Calm Mind, decided that, you know, if mine used Draco Meteor, hers might too. And she uses Trick Room again, which means, you know, it's the last thing I want to do. And her Draco Meteor actually missed, which is, you know, pretty good for me. I got a bit of luck hacks, which is fine by me. But, you know, it doesn't happen too often, so I relish it when it does happen. So she tries Draco Meteor again, and it actually doesn't kill me this time, which is pretty good. I mean, you know, Kyogre's a beast, we all know it. And I Ice Beam for the kill. So with the Calm Mind boost, it was a 2-hit KO. And she brings in her Rock Lobster, and this thing is a beast. It's just ridiculous. It's, you know, Relicanth for Uber. No way. So with the Trick Room, it obviously goes first. I didn't really know what else to switch into, but I thought maybe if I get lucky enough again, I'd be able to take it out with the Thunder, but obviously that didn't happen. So she's gone on a rampage with her Head Smash, and this is my Mew, with high HP, high defense, and only just survived. I went with the Nasty Plot because I was counting the turns, and Trick Room ran out. So I thought, okay, now I've got a Nasty Plot on my hands with a Mew, and it can start, you know, doing some damage. And she switched to Shed Ninja just for Death Fodder. So, you know, I didn't get any attacks in there, but that's okay. It wasn't a big deal. And then she brought in Jirachi, and I'm like, oh yes, friggin' sweet. You know, I could take it out. So I went with the Flamethrower, and with the rain and high special defense, it did less than half. So I was a bit cut off about that, and she got another Trick Room off, which means, once again I'm playing on the back foot. And it's just, from here on out, it just gets, worse and worse. She hits me with a Thunder. Mew wasn't going to survive anyway. And I decided the best thing I can do right now is just try and, deal as much damage as possible. And Rayquaza was going to be neutral to Thunder. I figured it was probably one of the only attacks it had. And I used Overheat and it misses. So that kind of pissed me off. It would have been nice to be able to, take it out a bit sooner. But she hits me with Thunder, and I use Overheat. And, the Reflect was, kind of... It comes into play later, but right now it's not a big deal. So I figured, okay, I'll just stay in, use Overheat again, and take it out. But she gets a Wish off first, which is kind of a pain. And the Overheat takes out Jirachi. So Rayquaza is in a pretty decent position. And we were actually really confused about this. She brings in Relicanth again, and I was like, okay, that's alright. I'll just get my Outrage on, right? And this is, us, talking. And it does like half damage, or less than half. And she takes me out with a Rock Smash. So we're all really confused, and then we found out, Reflect was still on, obviously. So that wasn't too good for me. So I'm thinking about what to do. I figured I was still in a pretty decent position because I had Darkrai, and I was going to use it at the end of the game, but whatever calls for it, I guess. So I thought, okay, that's okay. I'll just put it to sleep. I'll take it out. Special defense isn't too crash hot, and it misses, and I get freaking raped by Head Smash again. Like, it was just ridiculous. So I brought out Mewtwo. I used Calm Mind. I thought the only way I'm going to beat it is if I get my attack boosted. And of course he hits again with 100% accuracy. Not a single miss the whole game. But what can you do? Good game, Dragon90. We'll have another one soon.